Well, that was a good one from Karen Dodo on all of us, what we need to know about the Communication Service Tax, the CST. But moving on, we told you about the great innovations that are being supported by Cosmos. And in the Cosmos Innovation Center Agritech Challenge, well, we do know that young entrepreneurs in a competition setting have been brought together. And the teams are coached and trained using ICT and innovation to solve the numerous challenges facing Ghana's agriculture and its value chain. Well, let's bring you this great package. It brings all in a great wrap-up.
Many farmers are old. Farming in the country is seen by the youth and many as a vocation for the poor. It is believed the use of technological tools could help agribusiness address challenges including access to markets, mechanization, and making agriculture lucrative. To produce similar innovations, Cosmos Innovation Center introduced the Agritech Challenge in 2016. For the past 3 years, the Cosmos Innovation Center, as part of Cosmos Energy's social intervention policy, has been working to improve the agriculture value chain, one entrepreneur at a time. Through coaching and training, these businesses are made to understand the challenges facing Ghana's agriculture value chain as they find solutions to them.
We decided to start with our research on birds and actually see why they are actually a problem to the cereal farmers. And upon further and further research, we came to realize that there is a solution which can be used to work on them to help reduce their devastation on the cereal farms. So we came about with this sound solution, this laser solution, and this drone bird solution. So our innovation or technology is such that it's 3 in 1 combined.
For the ordinary Ghanaian farmer, especially tomatoes farmers, we realized that about 50% of what they farm do not get to the final consumer. They lose it along the way. It happens as a result of handling, as a result of microbial attack, and as a result of oxidation processes. And so because tomatoes is a very perishable vegetable, if you don't handle it with care, within a shorter period, it gets deteriorated. And so for us, we are coming in with this solution to help reduce the losses that the farmers encounter right from the farm gate to the market, and even for the individual consumer at home.
The increase in the consumption of poultry, and before I start, I'm sure you yourself, you love chicken as well as eggs, and there has been a surge in demand for poultry. However, the local poultry farmer is unable to cash in on this trend because of the high cost of protein, which forms about 52% of the feed mix. Our key task is to solve this pain point of the farmer by way of providing an insect-based protein, which is superior and then also cost efficient for the farmer, thereby making his produce out there very competitive with the market.
Fond memories.
December 2018, on our military training at Shy Hills, should I say my bedmate was Mr. Isaac Atayiri, and right from the get-go, we kicked off from there. We had a good relationship. And then for our first market research, where we taught the country, Peter Agboga, I like to call him Efo. Yes, he was my sitting mate throughout the journey. So I believe that, would I say it's kind of divine that we all came to meet in those circumstances. I think the team spirit is what has kept us together to date, and the understanding for each other's needs. I think that going forward, the business is going to thrive based on these solid pillars we've built.
It's been an amazing journey so far, starting from November, from Shy Hills, our military training camp, all the way through our first, second market research, and our MVP stage. We've fought, we've loved, we've identified ourselves, we've known ourselves better, and we can say we are one of the best teams so far.
Struggles.
It's been challenging, starting with market research, sitting in the bus the whole day to the north and forth. going on a market research individually. Sometimes you go to some of the fields and then the farmers don't even want to see you, they sack you because you are not dressed like them. They feel like you are coming for tax and all that.
It's been a wonderful journey, I must say. It hasn't been easy for the past 10 months. It's been ups and downs. We didn't know each other from anywhere. We met and we decided to team up to form this group and further this business concept. At certain times, yes, our flaws come up, but we try to overlook the flaws and focus on the bigger vision.
We are okay because it's a whole value chain and there are opportunities everywhere along the value chain. This is where we have tapped into, and that is the problem we want to solve. They have also tapped into another opportunity, and that is the problem we are solving. So this is the opportunity, and we are best to go.
It has been very tough, challenging as well, because it is a challenge. So it's supposed to challenge us. You know, sometimes we need to sit on the drawing table, you know, have to adjust some things, change some things. We get back to the KIC team and they are like, no, we are not so cool with it. Go back, change it. And sometimes we don't know what to do, but we are pushed because our mentality has been, you know, toughened to the extent that we have to push further. And this has brought us this far.
And finally, joy after plans and ideas become a reality.
Sometimes one or two technology failures here and there, but it's been great. We've been able to build a great product and we are happy that people are interested in the product and we've come a long way.
For some of the teams, the platform alone is a major career booster.
KIC, I would say, is one of the best things that could ever happen to any young graduate because you find some of the teams falling out along the way and yet they go and they are the best elsewhere. And so this is not the end for us. We will still take up other opportunities elsewhere and we believe that wherever we go, there will be a difference. People will ask, who are you? Where are you from? And then we tell them we are part of the KIC family.
What you would have gotten from sitting in the classroom for 4 years, you wouldn't get anywhere what Cosmos has given.
The companies and businesses created through the Cosmos Innovation Challenge program over the years believe the intervention has been a life changer.
When you talk about KIC and what it has done for me and all that, I find it very difficult to get words to express it because what they have imparted cannot necessarily be expressed with words because many more lives have been touched unless they tell their story themselves. But the little I can say is that they are truly impacting lives beyond the talk. They have exposed us to resource persons who have fed us with information that keeps driving us. They have not just done the talking and feeding us with information, they've also created the necessary financial backing to make sure that the ideas we have go beyond the talk and goes to reality. So products have been developed from just concepts and ideas, and they are active products in the market solving the needs of the farmers. So when we say KIC, I should rather think we should say impact for all or impact for young people. So KIC is doing a lot, and my life has been impacted directly. There are many more lives impacted who may not be featured in this program. Time will tell.
One of the things we benefited from the Cosmos Innovation Challenge was access to the people we were supposed to build our solution for. So during the program, we were carried across the length and breadth of the country, speaking to as many people as we could reach, including farmers, different value chain actors, actually. So we were able to interact more with them to understand basically the kind of solution we could develop for them. So I would say it was a great opportunity to meet people. We were able to practically reach out to someone, hear his pain points, you explain to you what problem he's facing, look at how you can solve his problem and basically come up with some value both of you can derive. And basically all these things have helped my business, as well as the capacity building sessions that we had. It's really equipped my team for success. I'd say we learned so much in terms of skills building, in terms of how we could be effective as individuals on a team, so collectively the team could shine.
So we, Tractor couldn't have come out, has it not been Cosmos Innovation Center, because we're the first product of the Cosmos Innovation Challenge, and that has basically been what has inspired us on, apart from giving us the seed funding of $50,000 2 years ago. Now our business has grown. We've had also technical support. We're currently in Ghana. Almost every region in Ghana we are covering now. We are venturing into new markets in Mali and Zimbabwe this year.
Some partners of the Agritech Challenge believe the private sector could be the key to improving Ghana's agricultural industry by empowering the youth to develop the ideas through innovation.
If we're looking at the agri sector being the biggest absorber of young people, then there's definitely the need for so much more KICs. What KIC has begun is just the beginning of really amazing things. And I think we've only just scratched the surface of the possibilities of what young people can actually do. And in the prospect of more businesses birthing and more young people seeing the success of some of these businesses or enterprises that their peers or, I would say peers have come up with, it definitely should encourage more young people to go into that direction. It's something that should be encouraged, and I would urge industry at this point to come in as role models, because they do need role models. These are young people that, we all volunteer of our time, and they're such a joy to work with. So we are hoping to see many more successful businesses come out of it, in the hope that it encourages more young people to see agriculture really as the potential for future jobs for them.
The fundamental of business is that, you may have a good product or good ideas and all that, but if it's not marketed well, it's not put out in the market well, it's like there's no way that you'll be successful. Like I say, it's like a successful brand, and it's like a successful product out of the good marketing and branding strategy. What do you call it? And they need to be focused in this, and they have to be taught how to, especially startup and all that, because they are starting from ground zero. So it's very important that they have this strategy clearly set out for them, and understanding. The most important thing is, like I say, that is understanding what problem are they solving, which of the market segment are they playing in, and then which target audience are they targeting. So they have to be very clear that, based on that, then they'll be able to develop their strategy and then make sure that the product is successful in the market. And without proper marketing and branding strategy, there's no way that the product will be successful.
Cosmos Energy knows what it is like to use an opportunity, pursue a dream, and grow a business.
To the young person out there, I want to tell you that your ideas can translate into something tangible.
KIC is bent on making things work in the agri space. You don't know you are going to win. You just have to work hard and put in your efforts, and you'll be chosen as the winner. And even if you don't win, there are other packages for you. You are given an office space, you are given the technical support and all. So it's not just about being the winner, but it's about believing in your idea that it is going to work.
That is why the Cosmos Innovation Center invests in young entrepreneurs and small businesses. KIC, your ideas, our support, everyone's future.
And we're here because 11 teams in September had the chance to battle it out at the finals of the Innovation Center 2019 Agritech Challenge. And the teams each presented their final business plans for their innovative businesses. And these were targeted at solving problems in agriculture and its value chain. Look, watch this, the whole package.
According to the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, majority of Ghanaian farmers are interested in empowering their children to take up professions other than farming as their future economic activity. This has over the years drastically reduced the performance of agriculture to Ghana's GDP. At a forum organized by Cosmos Energy at this year's pre-harvest conference in Tamale, young entrepreneurs bemoaned how farming is seen as a punishment but not as a business, as the sector continues to witness aging farmers. St. Belly is CEO of Sahel Commodities Limited.
Yeah, currently there's a myth about agriculture as a low-income activity meant for poor people. And sometimes even your parents can just tell you, hey, you better learn hard. If you fail, you come and meet me in the farm. So you kind of think like that is punishment. Farming is punishment.
The event brought together young businesses across the agriculture value chain and students in and around the Tamale metropolis. The entrepreneurs urged government to incorporate agriculture in Ghana's educational system at the tender stage to get the youth attracted to the sector. Some representatives of companies created through the Cosmos Innovation Center Agritech Challenge spoke to participants on revolutionizing Ghana's agricultural sector.
I left my highly paid job to start my own business, not just because of the money, but because I wanted to make an impact. And I believe we are all entrepreneurs here. We all dream. And the only thing I can just say to you is, dare to dream.
Greenhouse farms already exist, but they have challenges in their production processes. So Tech Shelter seeks to plug the hole, and that's what we do by making sure that before you come into the space, or if you are in the space, you get the right advice.
So Invoicer is a business that helps agribusiness with access to finance, with alternate finances. So we do something that's called invoice factoring. So we basically help a supplier. So if you supply your goods to a factory and you're paid in 30 to 90 days, we get you paid the same day you deliver your goods, and we wait 30 to 90 days. So basically that's what we do at Invoicer.
Some participants who made it to the forum also shared the experience.
Actually, I'm an entrepreneur myself, but there are some things that I wanted to do, but I didn't really have a fair idea of how I was going to go about it and all that. But this platform has really given me the juncture and then other things to equip me to be able to move forward in my entrepreneurship life.
As an agribusiness student, bringing innovation and creativity into the agri sector is what we are in for. And I was quite challenged with the presentation from the Share Tech. I was challenged with the greenhouse innovation and with the automation that they provide with greenhouse, where you could be in your comfort zone and still be operating a greenhouse. I saw it to be quite innovative, and I think in the near future I might be going into such venture.
The Pre-Harvest Conference and Exhibition is an annual event organized by players in the agriculture value chain, by AgriHouse, and supported by private institutions, including the Cosmos Energy.
Perishable foods. Fresh fruit and vegetables start to perish as soon as they are harvested, especially in hot temperatures. The quality of vegetables falls quicker as they are transported from remote villages to marketplaces. According to Ghana's Food and Agriculture Ministry, farmers and vegetable sellers lose up to a third of their vegetables after harvest. Food produced are mostly preserved traditionally, as some leave them at the mercy of the weather. Here at the Konkombo market, one of the country's biggest foodstuff markets, the losses are negatively affecting vegetable sellers.
My tomatoes deteriorate by the day, and I have to go through the pain of sorting them daily. Some perish as a result. I sometimes lose a third of my produce and make lots of losses.
Thermostor is in the final of this year's KIC Agritech Challenge and has built a solar-powered cold room for a 24/7 off-grid storage and preservation of perishable vegetables.
We are building this system for market women, retailers of fresh vegetables who have to undergo so much losses because there's really no system that deals with the problems they have. So this solution is built for Auntie Ama, Auntie Akusia, and every other market woman who is there and is making losses. So at the end of the day, instead of taking the tomatoes to a place where they will be hot, where they won't be well covered, where pests and then rodents will go and eat it, you can bring it to a safe place like Thermostor, and then we can keep it for you. The wood first of all, serving as reinforcement for the structure and also serving as an insulator. And then the aluminium panel also serving as an insulator that will trap in the cold to prevent it from going out. So you can see that the lining is made of aluminium panels. And then at the outside, when you look at the edge, in order to prevent the cold air from coming out, we have an overlap here which is lined with silicone in order to trap the cold air in, and then nothing will come out. We also have a sensor here, a thermometer which is a sensor, so that once we switch on the system, the thermometer can automatically check the temperature inside the system and then adjust it accordingly. This is a prototype. The whole idea is to scale it up so that we can have various kinds of vegetables in the same system, each one with its own temperature that will go along with it.
The device enables farmers and market women to place their produce in plastic crates for storage. According to the team that built the system, the innovation extends the shelf life of fruits and vegetables by about 2 weeks. Cosmos Innovation Center believes there's room for improvement, as the innovation could be a lifesaver for people in the vegetable value chain. Fred Phillips is Programs Officer.
Going forward, this is a prototype. They need to scale. Okay, how do you do that in a very innovative way? For me, it requires a lot more research and development. They need to look around a bit more to see what has been done in other parts of the world and how that can be infused into what they have done. Okay.
The Thermostor team says the innovation will improve the increase and earnings of farmers and vegetable sellers by 25%, whilst creating employment. Perishable foods. Fresh fruit and vegetables start to perish as soon as they are harvested, especially in hot temperatures. The quality of vegetables falls quicker as they are transported from remote villages to marketplaces. According to Ghana's Food and Agriculture Ministry, farmers and vegetable sellers lose up to a third of their vegetables after harvest. Food produced are mostly preserved traditionally, as some leave them at the mercy of the weather. Here at the Konkombo market, one of the country's biggest foodstuff markets, the losses are negatively affecting vegetable sellers.
My tomatoes deteriorate by the day, and I have to go through the pain of sorting them daily. Some perish as a result. I sometimes lose a third of my produce and make lots of losses.
Thermostor is in the final of this year's KIC Agritech Challenge and has built a solar-powered cold room for a 24/7 off-grid storage and preservation of perishable vegetables.
We are building this system for market women, retailers of fresh vegetables who have to undergo so much losses because there's really no system that deals with the problems they have. So this solution is built for Auntie Ama, Auntie Akusia, and every other market woman who is there and is making losses. So at the end of the day, instead of taking the tomatoes to a place where they will be hot, where they won't be well covered, where pests and then rodents will go and eat it, you can bring it to a safe place like Thermostor, and then we can keep it for you. The wood, first of all, serving as reinforcement for the structure and also serving as an insulator. And then the aluminium panel also serving as an insulator that will trap in the cold to prevent it from going out. So you can see that the lining is made of aluminium panels. And then at the outside, when you look at the edge, in order to prevent the cold air from coming out, we have an overlap here which is lined with silicone in order to trap the cold air in, and then nothing will come out. We also have a sensor here, a thermometer which is a sensor, so that once we switch on the system, the thermometer can automatically check the temperature inside the system and then adjust it accordingly. This is a prototype. The whole idea is to scale it up so that we can have various kinds of vegetables in the same system, each one with its own temperature that will go along with it.
The device enables farmers and market women to place their produce in plastic crates for storage. According to the team that built the system, the innovation extends the shelf life of fruits and vegetables by about 2 weeks. Cosmos Innovation Center believes there's room for improvement, as the innovation could be a lifesaver for people in the vegetable value chain. Fred Phillips is Programs Officer.
Going forward, this is a prototype. They need to scale. Okay, how do you do that in a very innovative way? For me, it requires a lot more research and development. They need to look around a bit more to see what has been done in other parts of the world and how that can be infused into what they have done. Okay.
The Thermostore team says the innovation will improve the increase and earnings of farmers and vegetable sellers by 25%, whilst creating employment.
Which have the violet coloring are those who are fed on processed feed, and the others were the ones who fed on the conventional feed. And as you can see, they are bright and fluffy colors.
It's been 10 months of intense training, capacity building and research. At the finals of the Cosmos Innovative Center 2019 Agritech Challenge, the teams had their last chance to defend their business ideas to the ideation team. 11 teams, Farm Class, Thermostore, Climatech, Eat Fresh, Agroplast, Cocoa Aboye, AI Scarecrow, U Green Technologies, Farm Code, Coconut World and Prosect Feed took their turns to pitch their business ideas.
We are Team Climatech, and we want to bring you the modern way in which farmers can conserve soil moisture. So, the ever-increasing climate action go a long way to affect the universe, and the agricultural space is not left out.
To that solution, she sorts them out and then brings those tomatoes to Thermostore. When she brings them, we do our sorting, we do the quality control to ensure that only the best of them are taken, and then we stack them into the cold storage system called Thermostore.
In the past, my grandfather's strategy of burying tomatoes in ash when he harvests his tomatoes always allowed us to enjoy our KIC early in the mornings with hot sauce prepared from fresh tomatoes. This in times when tomatoes were not readily available in the lean season. We enjoyed our meals very much.
Farmers in Ghana find the need to use chemicals for crop protection because they lose 1/3 of their annual crop yield to pests and diseases. We have provided an automated insect trap system that reduces pest population and increases yield without the use of pesticides.
Guest speaker and advisory council member for Cosmos Energy Ghana, Philip Aivo, urged the teams to plan their businesses to stay relevant.
There are 3 elements that you need to consider in addition to everything else that you've been taught. The success rate for startups is difficult, but KIC has given you a heads up, a head up, a leg up, and when you think about effective planning, flawless execution, and a positive and progressive value system, that would also help your cause.
Ideation team member Kamal Yakub, who doubles as the CEO of the 2019 winning team, Trotto Tractor, advised the teams to focus on scaling up their businesses as time goes on.
Scalability is what echoed throughout all the members from the ideation team. So the products are already clear. We can see that they have good product and innovation from the system, but how to scale, how to make a lot of more people receive the impact of what they have done today is our advice as an ideation team and my personal advice to them.
The winning teams, which will be awarded $50,000 seed funding, will be announced later in November. This will give judges the time to assess the developed products and services of the various teams. For Joy Business, Karen Dudu.
A worthy final it was, but let's now cross over to Mama Viosu Abwaje. She is standing by with a conversation with Constant Swanica. And we know that Constant Swanica is an ideation team member of this whole KIC Agritech Challenge. Now, they provide the opportunity for young people with some great innovation using artificial intelligence to be able to create, innovate, and try as much as possible to use their innovation for agriculture and the value chain of the sector. Well, we'll take a break. When we come back, Mama Vi Uso Abuaje with a great conversation with Constant Swanica.